Welcome to Tennis Volley Talk with Brian Danielson, episode 33, actually. Wow. Anyway, today I actually have my in-house guest today that I brought, that has come in-house guest. He was supposed to show up a couple of weeks ago, but he was under the weather. But he's better now, and he's playing better tennis than me right now. I don't like that. Anyway. It's okay. He has I have trouble sometimes against him, and I don't like that. So, anyway, one of those things I guess that we have to go through. I guess.
Yeah.
This is my friend Bob Schmidt, and he are you a Minnesota guy all the way through? Where'd you grow up?
Born and raised in Golden Valley, Minnesota.
Oh, Golden Valley. Okay, all right. Well, that's a lot of courts over that way too, in Golden Valley. Mm-hmm. And stuff. And did they have a lot of courts when you were growing up in Golden Valley, or did you get into tennis right away when you were in your high school days, or how did that kind of come about with you getting into tennis when you did?
Well, basically, Brian, they had at the Park and Rec, I think I was about 10 years old, and they had a tennis instructor there, and all us little guys who went on the court, and the rackets were bigger than our bodies. And,
always seems to be that way.
Yeah.
When we're that age.
Yeah. And it felt like, a 40-ounce baseball bat,
Yeah.
And it felt awkward and strange and all that good stuff. But yeah, I after about a week of it, I found myself actually being able to hit the ball, and I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
However, fast forward, I didn't really have any friends that played tennis.
Okay.
We played baseball, of course, in the baseball season, and then football in the football season, and then hockey in the winter.
Oh, okay.
And so as the years went by, I found myself, the people that I worked with were members at that time, the Northwest Racquet and Swim Club.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now it's what?
Lifetime, I think.
Lifetime,
Yeah.
Right, exactly. It was at Harv and Marv first introduced a big club like that.
Mm-hmm.
And which, like you just said, turned out to be Lifetime. But it was a full service club, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
They had Olympic-sized swimming pool. They had tennis courts. They had racquetball courts. You name it, they had just about everything in there.
All the workout equipment and all that sort of stuff too.
The running track.
And all,
So through that, I got introduced to racquetball. Mm-hmm. And I'll lead into that, into tennis through racquetball if I could.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, so we'd all play. We'd get there about 4:30 in the afternoon, and we'd have all the courts would be full, and we played kind of like a ladder, and you stayed in that court until you lost, and then the next person who was on the list would compete against you.
Oh, sure.
And I really enjoyed it. It was great competition. I guess I cut my teeth on.
Oh, okay, sure.
Playing that,
kind of getting the feel or something for what later on would be the racket that you would be doing.
Yeah, exactly. We would have tournaments, and depending on which one you wanted to sign up for, you could play every single weekend if you wanted to.
Oh, gee whiz, wow.
You could travel, and that time out in California, racquetball was real popular too. So it was a very good conditioning sport. It did hurt when you got hit with that little ball.
Oh, I'm sure it did. Sure it did.
Definitely.
Or that wall just doesn't give any, at all.
No. You don't want to run into the wall.
You don't want to go to the wall at all.
No, not at all.
Many times I did that. My shoulder suffered for that one.
Yeah, right. So this is no big deal, but this was one of the first tournaments I played in, and this was back in 1999.
Okay, all right.
And it's I was fortunate enough to be able to take first place in that tournament.
Oh, right. Yeah. Way to go.
And that was Class B.
Oh, okay, Class B.
Yeah, so what I would call that equivalent it's not college level.
Mm-hmm.
If I had to compare,
Mm-hmm.
I guess I would kind of compare it to like the Creso Open
Oh, sure.
or the Johnson Open.
Oh, sure,
You
sure.
know, not
Mm-hmm.
guys that are good in their own rights, but
Yeah.
they're just not good enough to make it up that next level.
Well, that's true too.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're really, you know, competitive.
Oh, sure.
You know, like
And-
the college balls.
Oh,
guys
yeah.
hit.
Oh,
You
yeah,
know?
that's true. And that,
Yeah.
that higher level that you have though with a lot of players. I mean,
Yep.
usually kind of back in the day, you used to be used to be where it was that you were like an A, B, C
That's right.
player
And
and all
D.
that, and
And
D player.
Yep, exactly.
So it would be kind of the ranking of
A.
you know, an A player would be really good.
Yep.
And the B player would be, I'm almost there, but not quite.
Can't
And
quite,
then
yeah, it's a
you'd
big
kind
difference.
of go big difference. And then C is a little bit, you know, kind of go there. And then later in the probably early 80s is when they finally changed it to the scoring and the ranking system of the 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 4-0
Yeah. Yep.
and stuff like that
Right,
to
right.
rank everybody in that respect.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
in the early 80s is when they changed that into it then too.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, that's a good accomplishment for racquetball. How old were you about that time, do you
Well, I'm
think?
71 now.
Oh, really?
so,
good.
yeah.
You're out there playing. That's
Yeah.
good.
Well, no. At that
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
that was year 2000.
Yeah.
So, what are we at? 2023.
Yeah.
So I was about 40-ish.
Oh, that's
Somewhere in that area.
That's really good. I
Yeah.
mean, to get out there and play youngsters
Yeah.
and win something like that.
It was some of the guys were up around my age,
Mhm.
but I really thought I'd accomplished a lot because 4 years later they had the Minnesota State racquetball tournament.
Oh, okay.
That was at Northwest Club on Highway 100.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, and I was fortunate enough to take first place in B.
Oh, right. That's good. Again, you got it.
It was fun. Yeah,
Oh,
it was a
that
fun
was
tournament.
great.
However, I thought as you know, invisible. You know, I thought, oh my gosh, I am really good. You know, I'm gonna start playing A.
Yeah.
Well, my business took me out to San Diego, California for a month.
Oh, sure.
When I was out there, I joined a club.
Uh-huh.
And I'm gonna tell you, those California kids know how to play.
And you were kind of having this rude awakening.
Oh yeah, yep, exactly.
And he's only 10 years old and he's kicking me.
Yeah, right. That's about right. But you know, their workouts, they work out right in where you play.
Oh, sure, sure.
Okay?
And
And
hitting all
their
kinds of
workouts are unbelievable.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, hitting the corners of the wall and just.
Well, no, yeah, but I mean physical workouts, not even swinging the racket.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Oh,
Yeah.
my.
Conditioning is huge for those guys
Oh.
out there.
Okay. All
So,
right.
But I think after that, I pretty much was done with racquetball.
Mhm.
They've got a Babola Park, it's called, and that's also in San Diego.
Okay.
They've got about, I don't know, a good 16 to 20 courts out there.
Okay. All right.
They've got a bowl, you know, that with the bleachers that go
Oh,
up.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
people watch it. And they've got tournaments every weekend there.
Really?
Yep, and they have open court, challenge courts.
Oh, good.
Obviously, that was tennis, right?
Oh, sure, sure.
Yeah, so that's when I picked up a tennis racket and wasn't very good. I couldn't even come close to winning any
Mhm.
matches at
Oh,
all.
sure.
But
sure.
I started to like it,
Yeah.
you know.
And you with the racquetball, you kind of had the idea that
The swing and
the swing and
racket.
everything of the racket. You kind of
Exactly.
were kind of more used to that
Right.
when you started
Right.
back into it
Yeah.
than over there in California.
Right, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
No, I dug all over the house for it. I can't even find it, but I had a plaque about this size.
Oh, good.
That was for the first place one.
Oh, right.
for
Wow.
the state.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know, one thing about racquetball, which
Mhm.
I wish tennis would have it,
Sure.
would be they've got umpires, referees,
Yes.
whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would in tennis, even in these smaller leagues
Mhm.
like the Johnson or Creso Opens,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I really think that would take a lot of finger pointing out.
Oh, it would. I
And-
think it would.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely so. And, if somebody wanted to invest or put in half for something, they have automatic line calling
Yeah.
apparatuses.
You're right. We
that you
talked
can
about
put-
that
yeah,
the other day.
Yeah. And they do have that you can put it right on the net post and it covers all the
You're
lines.
gonna have to show me where that's at.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can borrow some money from you.
Yeah, that's it. Borrow about.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So we can only try, right?
We can only try. That's true.
Yeah. So, because there's when you're competing like that, you're on the go for a shot going lickety split.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it's dang near impossible to play that ball and to call it in or out at the same time.
Yeah,
a lot of times. Right?
Absolutely, yes.
Depending on how fast you're going.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, that is kind of the realm of it all with that, but you try to be, as much on cue as you can with it too.
You do.
And everything like that. But
well, and you're right. It's just we're human, and errors are going to be made in calls.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, professional baseball has brought that out.
Oh, sure. But that line calling that they have, it probably would solve a lot of different things as far as, and it gives you the indication, a red or a green light that it's out or in.
There'd be no arguments, no disputes.
Yeah, no disputes.
No, after the match, talking to Joe Jones, your best buddy. Oh, that son of a.
You
called that out, and that was in. I know it was.
I saw it was. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right. We're all like Monday morning quarterbacks.
Oh, are we though?
Oh,
my God.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's so unbelievable that you feel the ball.
Yeah.
You hit the ball and you feel it.
Yep.
But the thing is that you feel it, that it's going to be in, and it just barely goes out. You're going,
right.
How did that happen?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
just how?
Yep.
Because I know I didn't hit it hard.
Yep.
Go figure that, right?
Yeah, and even though we're amateurs, but we try our best.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen friendships ruined over calls.
Oh, I've heard about some of those too.
Yeah.
I've heard about some of that.
It's too bad. It's silly.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
it really is.
I can tell you one quick thing. When I was down at baseline, and Brian's been down there, we played down there, Scott Johnson,
sure.
A few of the boys.
A few of the guys that we play with.
Yeah, exactly. And it's I like the courts.
Oh, yeah.
Slower
very
courts.
Nice. Yeah.
But you have a real nice atmosphere down there and so forth. But I met this guy who was hitting with somebody, and I noticed them, and I go, oh, this just ain't your ordinary Joe.
Oh, sure.
And after he got done, I went over and talked to him and introduced myself, and he said his name, and I said, oh, so you're a coach? And he goes, yeah. I said, I used to play here back in the day.
Oh, okay.
And I was trying to remember his name. He's from a different country, maybe India.
Okay.
The guy was number one singles player for the U his freshman year all the way through.
Oh, that's amazing. Just that hand-eye coordination too, back young and growing up.
Yeah.
And then training as much as they did.
Oh, without a doubt.
But with that, it's amazing to me that some of those tennis players that have that ability are so good.
Yeah.
That I think it's just so innate within them, in their DNA, that they have this hand-eye coordination. And to know how to know it does.
Oh,
it does. Yeah.
Wish
I had some of their DNA so I could hit the ball better.
Yeah, actually, Scott Johnson reminds me in some aspects of those guys. Maybe with more height, because he's got the athletic ability.
Oh, yeah.
He probably could have went up and played upper tier tennis.
Oh, he should. He probably
could have if he was taller.
Oh, yeah.
I think.
Oh, yeah, I think so, too.
Yeah.
And then, with that, but now remember, all you YouTubers, just be sure and, go to my YouTube channel, Tennis Volley Talk, subscribe, leave a comment if you want to. I'd love to hear what you like about it, what your thoughts are, what you want me to cover later on here in this podcast. You podcasters, you're going to see or hear Racket of the Day. I'm going to be showing one of my rackets that I have. For Racket of the Day. So now you podcasters, if you want to go see what I'm talking about on the YouTube, go to my YouTube channel, Tennis Volley Talk, so you can see what I'm talking about with the Racket of the Day. Back then, like you said, at the U, it was at the baseline, which is very good courts, by the way. One of my other interviews that I had with somebody on the phone that I did an interview with a guy that was Mr. Tennis in Tulsa that ran tennis tournaments all over the area, Tulsa area. He actually came to the University of Minnesota, and Frank Ward, and you heard that interview on here. But anyway, he came here, saw the courts, and they were nice color. He could see the ball better. And so he went home and he made his own court the same color as the university, Minnesota court.
You like the color?
Yeah, like the color, and he could see it better.
I like it too.
So, it just does make it a lot better with that. And me and Bob and I here, we've actually had some good matches over at the baseline there with that. So it's a nice little indoor place to play during the winter whenever it's 30 below and you can be playing tennis.
Yeah, being cold. Yeah, definitely. And I remember Bruce Swanson serving and playing doubles, hitting Scott Johnson square in the back.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh,
and
no.
You know how cold out it was, and now you're going to a warm building, and then you.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh yeah. Then you get hit in the middle of the back. Oh gosh.
Scott wasn't a happy camper.
Oh, he wasn't a happy guy at all. I'm sure.
No.
Oh my
So,
God.
anyways, I got to know this guy a little bit, and I said, I just love to hit with you.
Yeah.
Well, and also I was hoping he would say, well, I've got a few minutes we can hit. But no, he says, well, if you want to get on my schedule.
Oh yeah.
These guys aren't cheap.
There's the money dollar coming in his eyes and going, well,
Yeah, exactly.
I got somebody on the hook right now.
That's right. He said, I'm going to set that hook right now. So I went and hit with him a couple times, and he'd always, after we hit, he'd take me down the tunnel and he'd give me a little talks.
Oh, sure.
He was pretty good that way. And he said, I never forget it, because he goes, he says that I could see where you could give guys some trouble playing at your level.
Oh yeah, at your level.
yeah.
You're kind of going like that, and then all of a sudden your level.
Yeah,
you're going,
These guys at that level, they do have some pride, right?
Yeah, they do.
He wanted to make sure that I understood that it wasn't his level.
His level, yeah.
So it was...
what an ego boost, right?
Yeah, exactly. So he said, one thing, if I can tell you, amongst other things he told me, he said, if you're ever going to get your game up to that next level, he said, all of us guys hit with spin.
Oh, sure.
He says top spin is probably one of our first go-tos. He said side spin, cutting the ball, slices, obviously, keeping the ball low at the opponent's feet. He said that's what distinguishes the average run-of-the-mill player versus your upper level player. It's the spins.
Oh, sure. Absolutely.
And when they were hitting so hard and they got that spin, you're not even going to see the damn ball.
You're not. And, and I remember one time when you and I played there too, when you left and I kind of stayed there, I was watching some of the gals hit Del too. And some of those gals can hit that ball harder than I can or you or any of us.
Exactly.
And I saw this petite little gal, only like 5'2".
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I heard that ball hit that racket and that ball went over like boom. And I'm going, how the heck can that little thing get that strength and that much of a serve in that little body?
Exactly.
Holy mackerel. That is just amazing.
It is, Brian, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So what's that tell you? I'm thinking of something, but what's that tell you in your mind about somebody that small? How is she able to do that?
Oh, I know.
How though?
Yeah, kinetics in the body and the way the whole, everything working together. The timing and the kinetics, the body kinetics.
Yep, exactly.
Of just that, whoa.
Right.
Of how it works all together from feet all the way up to the arm.
Yep. Just like they say in baseball. You got a round bat, you got a round ball. The hardest two things to do, right?
Yeah.
And some of those guys, 180 pounds, but they hit the ball 400 plus feet.
Yeah, because it's an easy
eye contact.
Eye contact and just an easy swing, I guess, you know.
Yeah.
And everything. So you finally then, like you said, got back into tennis about 40 years old.
Or so. Actually, when I really started playing, like in the Johnson League and Teresa League, I was more around 55 years old.
Oh, okay.
So I was way winding down.
Oh,
you know, I wasn't nearly in the shape that that I'd been.
Oh,
although I still went up to the gym. You know, I still worked out, but not like I should.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's
as much as you, but still, you finally got that blood going, and we're in the leagues, and so that was always made it really good for you too.
Yeah, it's fun to play.
Yeah,
I remember playing this one guy. It was actually became a friend of mine, and he moved out to the East Coast, but his name was Frank Filosi, great guy, and we played together so much that it's just like we got to know each other's game.
Oh, I'm sure.
And after a while, you know, it's just, but that it's fun when you can find somebody to play with that's a real competitive level for you.
Oh, sure, that's true.
And
that's true.
And you get to know each other, and shoot, a lot of times he'd call my shots, I'd call his.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That's and that's that was the other thing, Brian, that the tennis pro told me. He says, have fun with this.
Oh yeah.
He said, don't take it so serious. He said, leave that to us pros.
Well, yeah, that's true too.
We have to take it serious.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah, it's our
even though they don't show it, but they do.
Oh yeah, yep, exactly. So he said, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
And, you know, don't get into court arguments and
no, don't do that.
It's not worth it.
Not worth getting in the arguments over line calls.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Right.
And really, actually, between you and me, I think it's probably the most fair line calling that you and I have had when we play.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
It's just like I mean, it's got to go with what it is.
Yeah,
you're the one calling it. So okay.
Yeah, I think I've learned through the years that it's better just if you're not sure, call the damn thing in.
Oh yeah,
you know, it's, always give the benefit of the doubt, but there are days, we are human, and there's going to be days where it hits a line and you think it's the other line, and you're going, oh my gosh, did I really call it that way?
Oh yeah.
Then you feel embarrassed. Oh, I can't change this call back.
Oh no,
because I already called it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh
you
my
know,
gosh.
So that's what can happen. You know.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, like one I had the other day. You and I were playing, and I hit it right down the line, forehand down the line.
Yep.
Thought for sure it was going to go in, and it looked like it hit the line.
Yeah.
On my end, but
Yep.
it was between on the baseline and the line, the doubles line.
Yeah.
But it was that far long.
Yeah. That's
and it
all
sure looked good.
I know.
It
I know
sure
what
looked
you're
good.
saying. I know exactly what you're
But
saying.
you said, just long.
Yeah.
And it was going, darn.
Just imagine that you're a professional major league umpire.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
And you've been doing it for years, right?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, baseball is under really high scrutiny where a lot of these calls they're making aren't right calls. And as we all know, you know, it's a game, but it's a very rich man's game.
Oh, it is. It definitely is.
Yeah, these guys put in a lot of training to get to that level. And now they're to the point where they're going to more than likely have electronic umpire calls.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
I mean, just like they've implemented in tennis now.
Yeah.
Automatic line calling. It eliminates everything.
Exactly.
You know.
So I guess my point on that is that if you take somebody that's a professional and he's right behind that catcher, you can't get much closer to that home plate.
No, you can't.
Unless you're the home plate yourself.
That's true.
So if those guys miss calls, and it's being shown on TV, they are missing calls. What are we going to do on a tennis court where we're how many feet away from baseline to baseline?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is so true.
Yeah.
You know, you just got to, got to take it in. But, you know, as much as you feel that ball went in and hit it, and you know you didn't hit it hard, it still drifts long, you know, and stuff.
Yeah,
and some days you have those days. I take it myself. I feel that sometimes I'm better than what I am. And when I get into that funk of hitting not good at all, I take it personally on myself because I know I'm better than what I am.
Yeah,
so
and what you showed there.
Yeah. And it just kind of, it's so frustrating sometimes.
And we're human though.
Well, that's true too. And you take it in, you just even though it's like, you try to do that.
It could be worse. We could be over in a third world country living.
No, that's true too. That's true too. No tennis court at all. So.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait now. See, my wife is from the Philippines.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So on one of my trips over there.
Okay.
You know what? It's. I hope none of them are listening, but it's hard to live over there when you're from here.
Oh,
right?
I'm sure. I'm
I
sure.
mean, these people are great people and everything like that, but it's tough to live that life.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
So my second or third trip, whatever it was, I said, I'm bringing my tennis bag.
Oh, there you go.
Okay?
Got to try.
So I brought my tennis racket, bag, and I said, where could they be playing some tennis at over here? You know? Yeah.
Do some investigating.
Yep. Army. The Army base.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, that's a way to.
So there I go with my bag.
Kind of casually walk in there.
I had my motorcycle driver. When I'm in the side cart, he drives me right up to the door. In through the gate, the military.
Yeah.
I said, I'm here to play your best tennis player. He looks at me. Yo, man, who are you?
Who are you?
But let me tell you, they weren't really clay courts.
No, yeah.
They were more like sand mixed with gravel and stuff.
Yeah, kind of but still hard enough to where the ball bounced and stuff. Yeah. Oh my
Sometime I'll have to show you a picture when I got done
Oh
playing.
yeah. Oh gosh.
My hair was so I couldn't even take my shirt off. It was so wet.
Oh, I'm sure.
I've never sweated so hard in my life.
Oh, I'm sure it's pretty warm there.
And you're trying to slide across that court,
Mm-hmm.
and you're pushing all that dirt and gravel and stuff, and you're sliding.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, what a workout!
Oh, I'm sure you got to slide into the shot. You know, and start about 4 or 5 feet before,
right,
to slide into it, then hit it. You know, and stuff.
So I heard. So one guy I'm playing, my wife, soon to be wife, was in the stands videoing us. You know,
cool.
And a couple of the other soldiers that played tennis were there watching.
Yeah.
And I heard him yell over to his buddies. I don't know what he's speaking of Tagalog.
Yeah.
But after the match,
of
course, I did lose. This guy was like 22, 23 years old.
Sure.
Really good shape.
Oh, yeah.
And my wife says, you know what he said when he was yelling over? And I said, no, what? Man, this old man's in good shape.
Always nice to know that.
Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh, that's true. So now, you YouTubers, be sure. I hope you subscribe, take a look, subscribe, like, comment on my channel. Let me know what you like me talking about or whatever it is. Now, here in just a bit, you're going to see Racket of the Day for you podcasters. So if you want to see what I'm talking about, go to my YouTube channel, Tennis Volley Talk. With Brian Danielson, and you'll see what I'm talking about right now. So as it goes, here is a racket that is now what it is. It's a Wright Didson, and that's a company that it actually is a Wright Didson from made in the USA by Wright Didson, and really this company, Wright Didson, it was founded in 1871 and by a Hall of Fame baseball player, George Wright, and then Boston businessman Henry Didson. And now the company became the maker of tennis and golf and baseball equipment. They even came out with the Lawn Tennis Guide of 1895, actually, too. And they wrote that and came out with that in 1895. Their lawn tennis equipment received the greatest acclaim, in 25 times between 1886 and 1916 here. Acclaim. Now, this actual racket here is called the Hub racket. So now it is a little bit newer. They did have the Hub, so it's the manufacturer name, very much like Wilson would have the Stan Smith racket, or Danier would have the Bjorn Borg racket, and stuff like that. But synonymous with the maker of that particular racket, or like the Davis rackets back in the day, you had the Imperial, or you have the Imperial Deluxe racket. So that the brand name of what they wanted to name it is basically what this is the Hub racket. Now, one of the Hub rackets, it was probably anywhere around about 1908 or so, something like that. Wright Dixon actually did, and it was the official ball for the U.S. tennis championships for over 60 years too.
Wow.
For the tennis ball that they had too. And now it was, like I said, this is a little bit newer racket than what they used to have as the hub racket. That was a flat top racket, and that was back in 1908 or so. And then they had also a little older one that was the 1920s. This is more around about 1930s in that area.
Wow.
And you can tell with the brass screw in the throat there.
Yeah.
And it's around about the 1930s. And of course, then it's either a catgut or a cowgut string on this. But yeah, this is the racket. Now, like you podcasters, if you want to see what I'm talking about, go to my YouTube channel, Tennis Volley Talk, and you'll be able to see the racket that I'm showing you right here. The hub racket by Wright Dixon. Still very good shape for a racket for as old as it is in that era. But you YouTubers, you're seeing it right now. So please comment, like, let me know, and what you think, and like and subscribe too. Of all things, subscribe. And for you podcasters, again, yeah, you can see what I'm talking about. Please subscribe, comment what you like. Let me know. Always willing to cover anything that you want me to try to cover. With that, Bob, I do appreciate you coming in and talking and kind of giving me a little bit of insight of what your life was from tennis, and knowing that it was that got you and keeps you going. Now.
Yeah.
At your age, and still you don't look your age at all. I'll tell you that.
Thank you.
It's all that nice living you've had, right?
There you go. Huh? What, so, 10 ex-wives, you think?
Yeah, that's it. Something like that.
I just have to spend an extra hour in the bedroom every day. That's all.
No, maybe not. We don't want to go there. So this is a wholesome show.
No, I'm on it. It's not.
Yeah. No, maybe not. So anyway, everybody, Nick, have a good week here. I know that still tennis season out there somewhere in the U.S., so have a good week playing tennis, and everybody have a good week. And be sure to subscribe, like, and comment, and let me know what you think, for you podcasters and you YouTubers out there. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and everybody have a great week, and thank you very much.
Golly.